Hi Aquarius, and welcome to your energy forecast reading for the week beginning the 24th of April 2017. We've entered the earthy element of Taurus. Well, let's see what energies we're looking at facing this week. Okay, so the first card that we've got this week, Aquarius, is the Fool. Take a risk. It's time to take a risk. The Fool is the first step in the major arcana. A cycle has completed and it's now time to start a new one. He talks about taking a calculated risk, listening to his intuition in the choice that he's going to take. Now I'm thinking this is something that we already set our mind on a while ago. He's looking to the past as if there was something in the past that he wanted to make a move on, and now he's willing. He's in the position, the timing's right, or the feelings are right to take that risk and go forward on a new adventure. And that's next to the Queen of Pentacles. Now the Queen of Pentacles could be here in respect of another person. It could be a male-female energy, mature energy of an earthly nature. We initially look at Capricorn, Taurus or Virgo, but it's not necessary. It's just someone coming in. They're grounded, they're practical, they're nurturing, they're family orientated, they're everyday element, the grounded nature. And that's next to the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles talks about the strong, independent person, the single mother, the single father, the being in a place where we can appreciate that all the work, everything we have got, and we're content and happy with, we can pat ourselves on the back for. Now it doesn't mean that you are a single person. You could be single and very independent. This Queen of Pentacles can manage and take care of everything in the home. She can run a business, so we could be very much in that position in life. But we could still be in a relationship with someone, we could be married to someone, but we've always worked ourselves, we've made our own money. If we've wanted things, we've bought them ourselves. A very independent, somebody doing something alone and being able to take the credit for where they've come, what they've gone through. And she's been practical, she's been hands-on, she's been quite realistic in the view of how much work has to go into something to make it materialise, and what are the practical steps to take it, and she's willing to do that. She will get her hands dirty. And we have the Six of Cups. Now the Six of Cups talks about happy childhood memories, reminiscing. We've got a lot of things in retrograde at the minute, and there could be somebody coming back that clicks up the old memories and we start reminiscing about things quite easily. It can talk to the karmic cycles and a karmic cycle coming down round. Maybe that's what's coming back. Maybe there is somebody coming back, or you want to go back to somebody. You've got the thoughts of that. But this card talks more of the childhood, in a sense, the childhood memories. It can say to us, there's a need to feed the inner child. There's there's a need to acknowledge and remember something from our childhood that we feel good about, or brings back happy memories. Sixes do talk of peace and harmony, so are we looking for peace in our memories with this card? And that's sat right next to Temperance, which is a card of change, but a change for the better. It's a card being open to the healing qualities of the universe, feeling our pains, our anguish, and working through them. It's a card of protection. It's a card of finding our balance, finding a true alignment within ourselves. It's a protection from the universal energies that are surrounding us. It's a card of a lot of healing and having patience. But having patience and being content in waiting and knowing that the right time for anything is the right time. We can't push through energies, we can't force situations. It's an acceptance of we are where we are, and when timing's right, things will come right. But a trust and a belief in ourselves, our faith, an understanding of our input here. You know, the more aligned we come and the more balance we find with this card, the easier the energies are to work through. And next to that we have the Two of Wands. Now the Two of Wands talks about, we've had this passionate idea and it's suddenly multiplied and we've doubled. We've already doubled our investment. So it can talk about seeing the possibilities in front of us, seeing the potential that lies ahead in a situation. Taking a thought and actually verbalizing it, communicating it, taking that next step in making something more tangible and in our environment, or moving forward on a passion or a dream. And that's all sat with the Empress. Now the Empress card talks to as being the Queen of Cups, being the Queen of Pentacles, being the Queen of Swords, being the Queen of Wands, or the King. Getting to a level of mastery with all of them, and then stepping it up a notch. Being able to rule an empire, not just our own personal environment. Seeing things on a grander scale. Knowing this is be in a position in life where we know our love, our resources are endless. They are endless. We can always refuel and recharge and reignite our passions or rethink our thoughts. The Empress does talk about that good alignment again, but it does talk about the feminine aspect of it. So are we using our intuition a little bit more? I would say with Temperance, we are looking at our intuition giving us the answers. We're looking at having such a balanced communication skills are clear and concise. But we've healed here, and it's brought us to a place of feeling in our power. You know, the Queen of Pentacles, she does know her worth. She's no misconception. She knows her worth. She knows what she'll accept and what she won't accept. This is taking that up a step. This is advancement in that area. Being confident, being capable, knowing how to delegate on this one. The Queen of Pentacles is quite happy to get her hands dirty and do the work. When we get to the Empress, it's like we've got a team of people that can do it for us. We're feeling so good within ourselves and our footprint that we're putting down. It talks about the assertive feminine energy, and even if you're a male, going back to your assertive energy, maybe it's just saying we're taking our intuition with us, we're accepting them higher feminine chakras into our persona a little bit more, and moving ahead with a lot more balanced approach. Now the Fool could be looking at a new start with this Queen of Pentacles. Could be a King of Pentacles if we're if that's what we're looking for. And it could have a lot to do with a family situation, a home situation, but there's a calculated risk, or there's a intuitive risk to take here. Maybe the Fool is looking to the past and wanting a new start in some area from the past, maybe his childhood that he didn't get the opportunity to get. He would have liked to have had. But once we get through the energy of Temperance, we can see the possibilities in front of us, and we actually go from a 2 of wands to the 3. A natural progression can be made. Okay, so 3 cards overview from the Tarot of the Mermaids are the High Priestess. So the High Priestess straight away says, listen to our intuition. Our intuition has got the answers here. The High Priestess may suggest that not all things are clear. There's some mysteries or secrets around. Maybe the High Priestess is here to say we need to find balance. We need to work with the energies, healing energies that are provided this week, and find a good sense of balance. She can talk to water signs. There may be Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer. She can talk of the psychic. So, though I'm a big believer, you know, with any tarot reading, it's about you picking up on what does matter to you. Everybody's intuitive. But maybe we are looking for guidance, going to someone to try and help us sort this situation out this week. Maybe we are seeking counsel from somebody who can see it from a different perspective. But as I sit here within the air energy, I feel if it was... I try to read these readings as if I'm reading to me. So that would say to me, trust your intuition. Accept the healing energies that are around at the moment. And we have the King of Cups, and he talks about our emotions, but is sturdy in his emotions. He doesn't let them overcome him. You know, he can handle them. Do we have to touch on our emotions this week? Do we have to take control of our emotions? Are our emotions running away from us this week? There could very well be a Scorpio, Pisces or Cancer around us at the moment. Maybe this is who we want the new start with. And the final card we've got is the Ten of Chalices, which talks about an emotional fulfillment and emotional completion. Well, we've got the Nine of Pentacles here. We've more or less done a completion in the earthly element of our environment. And this talks of a completion in our emotional contentment. I mean, it can talk to marriage, it can talk to partnerships, it can talk to a new love relationship. But this card and the completion of this cycle does come when we're feeling ourselves in the whole, when all four energies are balancing within, we're grounded, we're rooted well, we're stable and secure in who we are, we're in a good balance, we've got no negative mind chatter here, we live in peace and harmony. Decision making is good at this stage. So why wouldn't we have that emotional contentment? I always think this card of we've found ourselves. We've truly found ourselves. You know, we feel our heartbeat. We feel every breath and how it affects our body. We're so in tune with ourselves. And especially so with the Temperance. Because I think if we work through the Temperance energy as we should, that's exactly where we get the same place. Exactly. A real feeling of joining the mind, body, the heart and the soul together. Now there are energies this week, to the latter end of the week, that do talk about this. A lot of intuition around. Everybody has the access to intuition this week. So start listening to yourselves. If you don't rightly, start listening. You're giving yourself the right answers to move forward. But yeah, there is a planetary alignment this week that does talk of, let me think, what was it? Yeah, the mind and body becoming one and being able to blend the two. It does lead to joy and expansion. Well, the Empress talks of expansion. We are to follow our intuition around these circumstances. And it does result in us being in a position of taking a bold step forward when this energy, and it's part of the new Thor's hammer this week, it can be a mother-daughter dynamic, the two feminine dynamic, but there's a lot of intuition that's brought along with it, intuitive insights. You know, it's really a time to sit and listen and be patient and accept what's coming in to help heal us this week. I mean, following the intuition, the intuitive guidance that's given, we then can see the potentials in front of us and move forward in a lot stronger position. And the memories of childhood. I do have a strong feeling that that actually is a good memory and something we'd probably like to do again. Maybe that's why, as I said earlier, the Fool is looking back as if he's already realised it's something that from the past that he wants to have another go at. Now that is quite possible this week because we have a lot of retrogrades. We've got a lot of things coming from the past. So there could actually be someone who turns up from the past, or we decide we want to go back to someone from the past and reconnect. But it could be situations, it could be thoughts. The High Priestess says, whatever we're facing this week, don't let it overwhelm us. Don't let our emotions overwhelm us. And we can get through to a completion of a cycle and emotional contentment. And as I say, if we're coming from the healing power of temperance to ending the week as the Empress, we're in a very, very good position to move forward and make good judgment calls, good choices, delegating around us, listening to our intuition, and being open to the energy that's available to us this week. Right then, guys, I'm going to leave it at that. Thank you again for coming and watching, and I hope that I'll see you again next week. Okay, bye.